Ooh, that one was loud.
Oh. I was feeling exuberant.
No, on my end, I turned it up a whole bunch because that's what I do. I'll turn you up so I can hear you on my end.
I said I was feeling exuberant.
And I said I don't fucking care. And I'm talking about audio. I turn you down and then up and then up and then down.
All right.
Let's have a good, clean show. I don't want any of this exuberant energy.
That's what mixing is? That's what mastering is?
It's when I just turn something up and down.
You turn it up and then you turn it down again.
Yeah.
Good.
Much like when you take your little photos. You're just kind of clicking that little button, right?
Yeah.
You're clicking it and then you...
That's essentially the essence of it, yeah.
You develop film. Too bad you can't develop a fucking real skill. So let's just have an episode. I don't know why you're even doing it.
Too bad you can't master a real craft.
Right. Oh God. I hope one day your shit gets real exposure. I hope it does. Really. I hope it does. Billy Blossom.
I hope those limiters you're applying, I hope the limiter gets taken off of your career someday. Yeah.
I don't even get that one. What's a limiter?
I don't know. I just heard you talk about it.
No, I'm saying like what's a limiter in like a real life setting?
Oh, just in the sense that like your reach is limited, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That one sucked.
That was well, I don't know that many music words.
Yeah, that one was not that good.
Yeah. I don't know that many. Sorry.
You're funny to me.
Thanks.
You're funny and cute to me.
Oh, is it because I'm wearing my glasses?
We're on cam again.
We're on cam again and I'm wearing my glasses.
For each other, but not for other people. Oh, you didn't tell me on cam I'm looking horrible right now. I've got...
I thought I best not mention
I've got caveman posture, sitting in a dim room, going balder by the second.
Being on the cam makes me more accountable when it comes to my back posture.
Yeah,
and
I'm trying to fix mine right now.
Even my position to the microphone, because I have a tendency to drift. But now I know that you're staring at me.
If I go lower in the chair like that, do I look healthier? Hold on, I'm going like this. You decide really quick. I'm just gonna do this really quick.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah.
But hold on. Don't talk yet, because I gotta go. Bang. There.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to hit him with the old dab. How's my posture right now?
It's great. It looked better when you were dabbing.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Beautiful.
And then it ends. And we fade out. And I say, beautiful song by Slow Smog. That's my new
your radio host impression.
That's my new bit, is that I actually credit the artist that made our intro.
Pretty funny.
It's pretty good. I'm sure he'll get a good kick out of that if people go to slowsmog.bandcamp.com, slowsmog.bandcamp.com to listen to more good music just like that. This is all the space between. My name is
project.
Sorry, I was talking.
Sorry. Okay, sorry.
I'm saying
you go.
This has been all the space in between.
Yeah.
My name is Mitch.
Oh, well, you sound sad now when you're saying it.
I'm saying roll that outro music because I don't want to do this episode anymore. Someone has interrupted me 6 times already on the show. 6 times, Billy. You've interrupted me 7 now. I can't believe this. This is all the space between. My name is Mitch.
My name is Billy, and I apologize for interrupting you 7 times. Welcome to another little episode of this show, our advice podcast, our pickles cast, couples cast, Buffy fancast forum. Welcome.
It sucks we had to stop watching Angel.
It does. Yeah.
Being a Buffy fan cast is one thing. Being a Xander stan.
A stander.
A stander is one thing. But I feel like I'm not fully in the fandom if I don't also watch Angel.
I disagree. I didn't watch Angel for many, many years of my life.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I watched Buffy about 5 times over before you
Really?
and Alex... Yeah, before you and Alex
Oh
convinced
yeah,
me to
we're
watch
watching
Angel.
This is your first watch.
It is my first watch of Angel, but like my 10th watch of Buffy.
Wow. This is horrible content for our core listeners who are like, we don't actually watch Buffy.
We don't actually come here for a Buffy fan cast.
And you haven't spoken about Buffy in about 27 episodes, so
that's not true. Every time we say that we're jacking in, we're making a Buffy reference.
There
so
we go.
That counts.
Would you like to jack in before we get into these questions? This is an advice podcast, by the way, where we answer 3 questions every week. We try to get 3 questions every week and do our darnest to help you out of your little kosher dills, your pickles, your predicaments. They could be about art. They could be about farts. They could be about
hiding body parts.
Ooh, illegal. I like it.
And that's our advice. It's legal.
It's illegal. Stop emailing me. Don't email me about this. It's highly illegal. Jack in. Ready? Anyone at home listening is welcome to do the same thing. People who don't know what we do are just going to get really confused because on 3 we're going to go like this. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, baby.
Okay. We're in.
I'm in the cyberweb.
I'm jacked in.
I'm jacked into the cyberweb, and I'm about to get into these emails. And we're about to get into it. Are we rushing through this episode too quickly? We only have 3 like half questions. We have 2 half questions and 1 full question. Do you think we're going to get to the end of the episode and be like, shit, we're 16 minutes in? Fuck.
I guess let's go. No, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
If we left like that, that'd be funny. 60 minutes in, we just go, and then the music starts playing. They'd be like, oh, okay, they choked. That's weird. I never heard them choke before. Also, why wouldn't they just redo it? Also,
Panic and just hang up.
Why'd they upload the episode? No, okay. Prior to getting to the first question, even though I know if I get into this, or like if I just start small talking and then we don't get to the third question, people are gonna be like, "You fuck,
people are gonna absolutely
you
kill
fucking
you.
asshole."
Yeah.
How have you been lately?
How have I been?
Yeah, I just like that vague, impersonal question to you sometimes.
It's very impersonal because how have you been is like what have you been up to? But
Exactly.
It sounds more caring, but it's not.
It's not. It's
No.
just I don't care.
No, I've been fine. I'm rich now, so that's cool.
Oh, your
That's
Patreon's
cool.
doing well, right?
Yeah, I'm rich and a millionaire.
Let's give it one more
I'm not
plug.
a millionaire,
Patreon.com/BLSSM. We're really
Thank
pushing
you.
Billy's Patreon right now, and it's doing really good.
It is doing really good.
You're going to be my little sugar mama soon. I could feel it.
Everyone, the challenge is for my Patreon to make more than Mitch's Patreon.
That'd be dope. That would, honestly, I'm so excited.
It's not actually the challenge because we share money anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah,
really...
we do share finances, so it'd be doing nothing.
Yeah, but I do like to get to share my art with people, and it's very, very cool that more people are signing up to it, and I'm very touched and very excited. Mostly to be a millionaire. That's the most exciting thing that I'm stoked on, is being very, very rich.
Are
Beyond
you
my
the
wildest dreams.
first person on Patreon to make $1 million off a zine? per zine, it's a cool 1 million. It's like 1 million
cool
pounds, so it's actually quite a bit of money.
It's more dollars.
It's more dollars, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. They'll put me in the Guinness World Record book someday.
And one day you'll make more than me. I make 1.5 mil.
Currently.
Yeah,
currently, at the time
prod.
of speaking.
Yeah,
it's
per
the most
newsletter.
wildly successful Discord that's ever existed.
It's the craziest
It's very
newsletter
busy,
you'll
but-
ever see. A small wrap up on my life. I've been okay. My back hurts.
Oh,
That's about it. I've been recording a lot. My back hurts, and here are some questions. You're reading the first one.
Same as always then.
Yeah,
Same as always. Mitch is always recording and his back always hurts.
it's true. And it's from recording so much. I'm always hunched over on a chair, hunched over
Yep.
a microphone, strumming a guitar.
Which again is very heavy, so it kind of results in kind of a hunch.
It's an acoustic. You won't think it'd be that heavy, but it's actually made of thin wood. It's a lot for me.
Okay. Shall I read our first question?
Yeah, go for it. I'm ready.
Right.
I'm
This
in the
one
mood
is
to answer.
called-
I'm in the mood to
okay,
answer a
alright.
question. That's 8, by the way.
All right. Yeah. Well, I think you actually interrupted me on that one. So
I'm going to edit it so I didn't. I have the power.
I guess that's true.
Read the question. We're not going to get to the third one. People are going to get really, really mad at you when I edit it, so it sounds like it was your fault.
It was not my fault. Okay. This one is called, "This is not the quote you are looking for. Help!" And it goes, "Hello, my stinky little podcasting friends. I don't have a little kosher dill for you today, but some slices of grimy bread and butter pickles. I think I just gagged typing that, so please appreciate the effort there. Anyway, let's get straight into it. I'm indecisive. Like so much, it's a crime against nature sometimes. I'm the person that goes to the grocery store and stands in an aisle for 20 minutes trying to decide what brand of bagels to buy. Now to my predicament. I'm graduating in May. I'm 18, don't worry. Yes, I know I'm a fetus, but it could be worse. And because of all this COVID stuff, I didn't really get a junior or senior year of high school. Yes, I'm a baby. Which makes the next part very important. I can't decide what to put as my senior quote. I know it doesn't matter in the long run or shouldn't really matter now, but it's the one last thing I get to do. Well, the last thing I get to do before whatever the fuck happens after high school takes me in its claws and decides my head would look good as a centerpiece on their dining room table. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the crunchy little pickle. Lucky for you guys, I have already narrowed down my choices for a senior quote. As it has to be funny because we don't need any more sadness this year, here are my options. Option 1. Something from the timeless classic The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yo home, smell you later. Or, option 2. A quote from my favourite drunken sailor, Captain Jack Sparrow. Did everyone see that? Because I will not be doing that again. If you think both are bad, I would settle for a quote from the podcast because you guys are definitely quote-worthy. I appreciate your help with this issue and can't wait to hopefully hear back from you both. Yours truly, this person's name. P.S. I found this podcast because my boyfriend recommended it to me and it's the perfect blend of both funny and cool art stuff. Thank you. Being introduced to the podcast and then finding Mitch's music and Billy's photography has been amazing. Both of you inspire me to keep pursuing my art even though it's hard sometimes. Plus the podcast has helped me and my boyfriend bond and have good moments through this pandemic. Basically, I'm a huge simp for both of you and this wonderful community you have created. Thank you so much!
Wow! In fact,
we'd love to hear it.
Let's give a round of applause to that person who's being so sweet to us. That's very cool.
Thank you.
I love it.
I love when people hear the podcast and decide they like us just on the strength of that.
That's exactly what I was going to say before you interrupted me. That's 9, by the way.
Okay.
I was gonna say that exact thing. I love when people find us through the podcast and aren't really familiar with our art.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, the first wave of listeners, and still, the largest group of people knew about us and then listen to the podcast because,
Yeah.
But for the people who are like, I don't know their music or their art, I just think that they're funny and interesting.
What a huge compliment.
What an enormous compliment. That's a very big compliment. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
In fact, I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Oh my god.
You get a second round of applause.
He's doing it again.
Another round of applause. And this one's going to go on for a lot longer.
Oh, Jesus
and it's going to go, woo,
All
this
right.
person's name. This person's name.
This
person's name.
Yep.
It's fading out now. Okay.
Okay. That unfortunately does mean we definitely won't get to the third question because of how long that applause went on.
That
was
God. Let me look at it.
Yeah.
6 minutes.
I better edit somehow.
I will edit some of that out.
We better trim it down.
I'll trim it down to a cool 3.
Okay, so onto the pickle at hand, the pickle in hand, if you will.
I won't.
Okay, fair enough.
So jot that down. I refuse and can't.
What do you think about these two options?
I like that they gave us options, first of all, because if they were just like, what should my senior quote be? I'd be like, I don't care. I don't know or care.
I don't know.
Well, of course I don't know.
Live fast, die hard. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. Fucking whatever.
I loved hearing in your accent, yo home, smell you later.
I got to that point and then I was like, it was a mistake to have me read this question.
There's a Fresh Prince line in this.
I have to say yo, which is not in my usual vernacular.
Homes.
Yeah, that neither.
Smell you later.
The Sherlock.
I do have an opinion about this.
Okay.
It is another think piece, if you can wrap your tiny mind around that.
Okay. Tell me it.
I like the second quote.
The Captain Jack Sparrow one?
I don't like Captain Jack Sparrow.
That's what I thought. I'm surprised that
me.
you. I'm surprised that you said that.
I'm fearful of him.
Intimidating. Yeah.
He seems like he'd be slightly shorter than me, but that's pretty tall. He's too close to me. Well, I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow's probably 6'3".
Yeah.
And on a good day, he's probably buffer than I am too. They had to put Johnny Depp on stilts for that performance.
For that film?
Yeah. He's on stilts the whole time. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Mr. Depp plays a classic role in that film.
Okay. You seen that film? You seen Pirates of the Caribbean? Seen it? Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirate of the Caribbean? When you say it sounds so weird like that. I hate that. I hate that joke. Here's my honest answer. I've not seen that film in my life.
Are you fucking... No, I know this about you.
No, yeah.
You haven't seen it.
I've not seen that film in my life.
You've told me this before and it's blown my mind, and you're telling me again and it's happening again.
I'm one of 6 people who haven't seen that movie.
The other 5's are newborn babies.
Yeah, exactly.
So, they just haven't had the chance yet. It's eluded you for some reason. Why haven't you seen it? Do you not want to see it?
It's not that I've avoided seeing it. I just have never, taken the opportunity to see it.
I can't fucking imagine that.
Have you ever seen Joe Dirt?
Yeah, about 3 times.
Okay, same. Because that's a movie I've seen about probably 30 times in my life, and I don't know why. But that's because it was always just on TV.
The similar vein though, where it's just always on. It's it's hugely popular. They run it at Christmas time. Well, they don't run Joe Dirt at Christmas time. They should. They should. I developed a weird little crush on Joe Dirt the first time I saw it.
He's fucking cute.
Yeah,
he is cute.
That topless mullet. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's weird thinking David Spade is remotely attractive, but at some point in my life I was tricked into thinking David Spade was attractive.
David Spade attractive.
Yeah. They got me somehow when I was 13. I was like, David Spade's cute, and then I had to think that for a year.
Joe Dirt was the prototype for 2020 fellow non-binaries.
The mullet and the fucking sleeveless flannel and shit like that.
Yes.
That's cool.
I love it.
He did fuck his own sister in that film.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't remember much of it.
Well, I think
I don't remember much of it.
I remember a good bit of Joe Dirt. I've seen it 15 times.
Okay. Yeah.
How about a Joe Dirt quote? Let's look that up. How about a Joe Dirt quote for your little high school thing?
Yeah, high school quote.
Joe Dirt. Apparently there was a Joe Dirt 2.
Yeah.
All right.
What we got?
I'm going to imdb.com right now. Here's some quotes. Okay. Why are they all long? Oh, here's a nice short one. It just says, Joe Dirt, I got the poo on me. So there's that.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, this one would actually be a super funny one. It just says, things are gonna happen for me. I'm Joe Dirt.
Fuck.
Things are gonna happen for me. I'm Joe Dirt.
I love that. It's cool. It's confident. It says that you're Joe Dirt.
Yeah, it's a lie.
What more could you want?
I'm gonna look up one more. There's the Life's a Garden Dig It thing. There was like that huge part of the film, right? Remember that?
No.
You don't remember any? You've never seen Joe Dirt. Get out of here telling me you've seen Joe Dirt.
I have seen Joe Dirt.
You don't remember the sister fucking scene?
Years.
You don't remember the Life's a Garden Dig It scene? Do you remember when he had the meteorite?
No.
You've never seen Joe Dirt in your life.
All I remember is I fancied him, and that's it pretty much.
I'm looking at these pictures.
I remember him sitting on the back of trucks and stuff.
He is cute. Here.
Yeah.
He's a cute little man here. He looks almost like a little elf.
It's good.
I swear his ears are pointed here. In fact, yeah, I'm going to include this in the video on YouTube here. I'm going to go here. Tell me his ears aren't a little pointed here. They are.
Okay.
You can't see. I'm
I
not
can't
going
see.
to send it to you. I'm just going to. This is for the video. I'm taking it away right now.
It's just for the listeners.
Okay. Back to actually giving this person advice before we don't get to a third question.
I mean, I think you gave them pretty clear advice.
Don't do the Joe Dirt thing.
Please do the Joe Dirt thing.
Don't do the Joe Dirt thing. I'm saying don't do it. She's saying do it. I'm saying between these two quotes that you gave, I've never seen pirates in my life.
Yeah.
I just have not seen it.
But you enjoy the quote.
I think the quote's good for like a high school. You know, they're 18. They're starting their life. Mm-hmm. This is the high school. And then they said, what was the quote again? I've already exited the page.
Did everyone see that? Because I will not be doing that again.
Boom. That's a good quote.
It's true. You probably won't be doing it again. Probably. It'd be embarrassing if you had to after making that your quote.
That's a good quote.
But that might make it ironic. You know, that might make it better. I like that. See, the Fresh Prince one, everyone immediately knows what that is. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like the Captain Jack Sparrow one, although I have seen all of the Pirate Caribbean movies quite a lot of times, it doesn't immediately go there for me. People could not know it's a quote at first.
Well, you don't remember anything from Joe Dirt, so
I don't remember anything from Joe Dirt.
Brain.
That's true.
You know, this might be like the opening line in the movie. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know that. I'm being serious right now. You don't remember the sister fucking scene in Joe Dirt. Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm serious. Okay.
What if there was no sister fucking scene? I'm just like...
It was a mad dream you had.
It was a weird
about
little...
Joe Dirt and his sister.
It was a weird little daydream I had. No, that's a part of the film.
Yes.
Oh.
It must have been. It must have been.
It can't have not been. Well, you at least it should have been. Thank you for writing in. Next question? Are we moving on to the next question?
We have to move on to the next question, I think.
Good.
Yes.
Thanks for listening.
It's my time. Cool.
Thanks for...
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. No, you go.
All right. No, it's fine.
No, I was just going to say.
No, I don't want to make it number 9 as well. So,
what was it? Sorry?
I don't want to make it number 9. I'll be interrupting you.
It'll actually be number 10 because you already did 9.
Okay.
So we'll make that 11 and move on to the next one. And I'm reading it?
Yes.
Why?
You said you wanted to.
I never want to read.
Okay.
I said I would.
But you have to
if you twisted my arm.
Well, I will.
Here I go. Okay, this one's called... how are you doing this? New stinky little listener. And it says, hello, bald Billy. Not anymore. And middle-aged Mitch. I'm a spring chicken. Starting off, I'm going to say that this isn't really a question. Just a little story I wanted to tell you guys. Basically, I go on a walk every day with my dog, and that's when I listen to your podcast. Today, I'm on episode 25. Jeez.
Okay.
Where you both were talking about Austin Powers impressions, which were pretty good, and Mitch's loud keyboard. We don't remember this. You have to understand.
I don't remember it.
It's episode 25.
That's so long ago.
I don't remember the last episode we did.
That's what, like a year and a half ago or something?
I don't remember that.
Jesus Christ.
But
I don't know.
It's true. I do have a keyboard, and it's loud.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen to it. These are Cherry MX. I hope I don't fuck anything up by doing this.
Oh, God.
I hope I don't stop the recording. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Are you hearing that?
Yeah.
Those are Cherry MX brown switches.
Okay.
Look at that.
That's quite enough. That's quite
Hold
enough.
on, just one more.
Thank you. Okay.
That's good, man. That's ASMR. Okay.
Mitch just typed a slur at me.
And it was a breakup text. Hold on. I'm almost done. I have to get back to this question. Okay. You were both talking about Austin Powers impressions, which were pretty good, and Mitch's loud keyboard. I was almost home when Mitch spoke, pushed a key on the keyboard, and started speaking again. For some reason, that made me laugh so hard a big poop came out of nowhere. I almost pooped my pants in the middle of the street. There was a car coming down the road, and I had to act like I hurt my head when really I was just trying to close my back door and almost soiled my pants on the road. Thank God I didn't. But knowing both of your interest in bodily fluids, I thought that this would be an appropriate story to tell you guys. So, sorry, this part's funny. Sorry if you don't take emails anymore. I started from the beginning of the podcast. I hope you guys are having a good night, and the pod is... I hope you guys are having a good night, and the pod is the only thing that keeps me awake from... And then it's just signed Lord Farquaad, my real name, which it can't be. It simply cannot be. Unless...
Surely not.
The real Lord Farquaad? From
Sure,
Shrek,
it's an honor.
right? That's from Shrek, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
A movie that you have seen?
I've seen Shrek.
Okay.
I've seen Shrek.
You sound unsure, which is
me-
weird.
this is me-
I feel like someone would know if they...
This is me bragging. Or this is me too afraid to lie. No, I've seen Shrek.
I've seen Shrek.
Yeah.
I've seen him.
There's a...
He's green. He's green.
Chris Green.
He's a lizard. He's a lizard.
Yeah. Donkey. Yeah, I've seen Shrek. I hate talking to you. I hate we have to do it on microphone once a week.
Wait.
Yeah.
The thing you just said.
That was a perfect Mike Myers, yeah.
It was a Mike Myers.
It was a Mike Myers as Shrek.
In this question, the person points out that we were doing Austin Powers impression. Who is also Mike Myers?
I didn't even mean to do that. That's full circle. Well, person listening, when you finally get to this episode in a year and a half, how was my Mike Myers?
Yeah, we're still taking emails and we're still doing Mike Myers impressions. I guess that's a continued bit that we're doing.
Okay. So much of this is funny.
So much of this makes no sense.
I like the idea of someone shitting themselves and a car drives by and they're like, shit, nope, just bumped my head. They're like walking like that, kind of hobbled and holding their head to try, because they'd rather be like, I haven't shit myself, I have a concussion. That's what's happening. Well, that's why I shit myself, is because I hit my head. I've been concussed.
Jesus. Shitting yourself and then puking to distract everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry, I've got a really bad concussion.
They won't notice the shit if I piss a lot.
There's the idea that just like there's a car coming down the road and you're just like, they can't know. Why can't they know? Why do you think they're paying attention? What the fuck?
Was it a school bus full of all of the kids you used to go to school with? Like, who cares? Who gives a fuck about this random car?
Like, it's just a car.
I'll go outside right now and just I'll
walk around like I've shit myself.
Yeah, I'll shit myself in front of a fucking car that drives by right
don't
now.
Do that.
Let's fuck it. I'm getting up. I'll get up and fucking do it.
Oh my god, he's leaving. He's walking out of the room. Come back. Come back.
All right, I went and did it.
All right.
It was a school bus full of children I went to school with. Kyle was on that fucking bus. This girl I had a crush on in 8th grade, Kira, was on that bus.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shout out Kira. I wonder what she's doing. I'm going to censor her name. People don't need to know this person's full name.
She didn't do anything
There's
to
no way.
deserve being on this podcast. Yeah. Oh my god.
I love the idea of like that thing that I was doing before where I was like, yeah, listen to this. And then I talk a little and then I do the thing. And that for some reason is the thing that they were laughing at before and they shit themselves again because they think it's so funny.
Yeah, it made them, well, I'll use their words, laugh so hard a big poop came out.
Sometimes you just laugh that hard.
Well, they say it came out of nowhere, but we have to assume that it came out of their asshole.
Yeah, of course.
Where it usually
What if it came out of nowhere? That'd be fucking weird.
Materialized.
Right there. Boom. You're so certain it didn't come out of you, and yet it's in your pants. That would be the worst.
That'd be terrible.
A small dog crawled into my pants, shit, and left.
The only thing worse than your shit in your pants is someone else's shit in your pants.
That's gotta be worse.
It has to be worse, right? It's gotta be.
It's gotta be the worst thing. What was this person talking about when they said that I was almost home when Mitch spoke, pushed a key on the keyboard, and then started speaking again. For some reason, that made me laugh so hard.
It doesn't sound very funny.
That doesn't sound funny at all.
Are you sure you weren't laughing really hard at the Mike Myers impression?
Donkey! Was it that?
Because that's pretty funny.
That might have been
That's pretty good. That's a riot.
That second impression was noticeably worse than the first. I used up all of my Mike Myers on the first one. I'd love to hear yours because
mine.
Yeah, because you have a you have an accent.
I don't have a Scottish one.
Well, you could do a Scottish accent here.
You said that very boldly.
I'm looking at Shrek quotes.
Okay.
I said donkey.
Yeah, that's a classic one, obviously.
Okay, I'm going to send one to you now. I'm texting it to you. I just want you to say it because I don't want to say it to you. I want you to say it, and then like that'll be the first time I'm going to hear it.
All right.
Let's
see.
I'm going to put it in the video here and just deliver this line as best as you can.
Okay. It's so long.
Yeah, just the whole thing would be fine.
But there's 2 parts.
Yeah, so you could do both.
It's a conversation. Mm-hmm. You want me to do both?
Yeah.
Including Eddie Murphy's voice?
No.
I can't.
No, I'm just doing a bit. I'm taking it away.
I can't.
Let's do a one-liner. Let me just hear donkey from you. It's really hard. It's really
difficult.
Vulnerable to do a bad impression.
It's really hard to just
say
donkey in a Shrek voice.
It's because we want people to respect us as artists and sign up to our Patreons and stuff and to read your poetry and take it seriously, but then they'll just think of you saying donkey for the next 3 months if you do this. Yeah,
all that'll be playing in their head is me saying donkey.
Oh, you did it pretty good. That's pretty good.
Get out of my swamp. That's what he says.
Yeah. One of these standalone Shrek quotes, because like a lot of them are just like conversations. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them just say stuff like this, and I'm gonna add it right here. And it's just Shrek saying no with an exclamation point at the end. That's like the full quote. That's like a notable part of the film is when Shrek said no. I don't remember that. I don't know which part they're talking about.
It could be any part. It could be when the people didn't get out of his swamp. It could be just after he said donkey.
Yeah. Oh, it could be when his wife turned into an ugly troll ogre in front of him. Remember that? And that's when he was like, no, fuck, she was so hot.
Don't turn into an ogre. You're so hot.
Yeah,
you're so sexy. Please don't.
What was the question?
There wasn't one. Is the thing?
Oh right, that was just a story.
The thing is, there wasn't one.
Hey, thanks for listening, Lord Farquaad. You got us on a tangent. We got to get to the third question now. We're not going to do it.
Them only being on episode 25, I'll say real quick, that doesn't explain why they said bald Billy. Because I was bald back then. Oh, you
were bald, yeah.
It doesn't explain why they said middle-aged Mitch, because that episode, if I'm roughly calculating in my head, you would have only been 28. So calling you middle-aged at 28 is quite a...
And I'm 30 now.
You're 30 now. And it's still a stretch.
Wow.
How's that make you feel?
I feel like a spring chicken.
Good.
Have I said that already? Sorry, I'm a spring chicken.
No.
I feel, this is me answering honestly. Mm-hmm. I feel younger at 30 than I did at the end of my 20s. Because the end of my 20s, I felt like I'm at the end of these things here, and I was excited to get to 30 because I was like, I'll be right at the beginning of that.
That'll be as young as you can be in your 30s. Yes.
And now I just feel good, except for my back hurting.
Yeah, but that's been a constant. That's the scoliosis that they discovered in high school.
I was in middle school. My GERD
middle school, sorry. Yeah.
Has been a little bit bad too.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could hear it in my voice. I sound a little bit hoarse.
Yeah.
And my leg. Are you done making noise over there, by the way? You're there burping like, wah, 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 when I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to list all my medical things.
I was hoping that you'd be a gentleman and not mention it, and then subtly edit it out when you're editing it. I thought you'd turn me down.
We have to
turn the volume down.
We have to get to the third question.
Would you like me to read it?
I would love you to read it.
Okay. Well, then I suppose I'll oblige.
Or also, sorry, Lord Farquaad, thank you for listening. And hope you get to this episode soon. Should we respond to them and be like, hey, we answered this question if you want to skip ahead?
Nah.
I've already exited the email. I'll never go back to it now.
I won't start responding to emails now at this point in our career. This one is called Douche Dermatologist, and it goes, well, hello to the Mitch that stays welling and the Billy that blossoms. This is a guy from episode 90, Horrid Acne and Meeting My Best Friend. The meet-up with my best friend was awesome. She didn't care a dime about my acne, and we had the best time of our lives, so thanks for that. Heart emoticon. The problem is, my acne just won't go away, so I had to visit a dermatologist. A friend of mine suggested one, and I went to see him this morning. What a douchebag that guy was. I was in talking about my acne, and out of nowhere, he started asking about my studies and interests.
What a prick.
What an arsehole. No, that's not the bad part. I have just finished school and plan to get a degree in something that can land me a job while pursuing my love for music and writing on the side. He asked if I had learned making music from somebody. I told him, as most of the musicians are, I'm self-taught. The internet taught me. I'm a child of the internet. When he heard this, he made a face like he had smelled cum. That's what the email says, so it's what I have to read. The awful creature started rambling, oh, you won't achieve anything on the internet. Do you think people who teach in real life are fools? You must feel bad that I'm saying this in front of your father, but set your goals right. And I just sat there, listening, too anxious to say a word. The only thing that I kept repeating in my mind was, Mitch did it, why can't I?
Aww.
I'll do it too, and from the internet. I took my prescription and I left. What I want to ask is, can you help me find a better answer when someone erupts in such bitterness about the modern ways and art in general? My heart has been heavy since the incident and I wanted to share this with you. Also, since Mitch pointed out when I last wrote in, English is not my first language. I try to be as grammatically correct as my sock brain allows, so please pardon any errors. Hope you're both doing well. Love from India. Yours kinkily, jacking out, rocket emoji, this person's name.
Are we doing 3 in 1 hour? I think we got to give this person a round of applause for an all-star email. God. That was really good. I love so much of this email. This person has written in before, and they have a lot of funny quotables that have just cracked us up a lot.
They do.
He made a face like he had smelled cum. Is up there with their best work. I think it's very funny.
I mean, it really paints a visual picture.
I don't know if it's just something that people say over there. It can't be.
It can't be. It can't be a thing people say.
If they have to just know that they're being funny or they're trolling us or something, you know?
Yeah. We do deserve to be trolled.
Like, they're making us read this, knowing that we have to read it.
Knowing we have to say those words aloud.
Say those words, yeah. I also love them saying, also, since Mitch pointed out when I last wrote in, English is not my first language, I try to be as grammatically correct in my sock... I try to be... Man, I can't even read English. I try to be as grammatically correct as my sock brain allows, so please pardon any errors. It's so funny to me because it's like... You're doing so good.
This was a perfect email.
You do amazing every time you write in.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that classic Simpsons quote that I shared with you. When the Germans take over the power plant, and one of them asks if they could speak to Homer, and he says no, and then the other person is just like, "Oh, sorry, I think I think I must have said that wrong. My English is how you say inelegant." And it's so. Yeah, it's so like that because
as speaking so much better than people.
Everybody speaks English so well. I've gotten so many emails throughout the years from fans who are just like, I am from Sweden, English is my third language, and I am so very sorry for any grammatical mistakes that I might be making in this email. And then they just carry on like that the whole time, speaking perfectly. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is fine.
And you're just over there like, I can't read.
Yeah, the issue is not you. The issue is that I'm stumbling across every email I get because I cannot read.
Yeah.
So we're following the golden trinity. I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but we are following the golden trinity here.
Oh, we are.
We are doing the golden trinity. I don't know if we've talked about the golden trinity yet on this very podcast.
I don't think we have. Only amongst ourselves.
I think we have only said it amongst ourselves. Oh, you know what? We're out of time. Sorry, we gotta go. Yeah, sorry. I'm realizing we're at the 40-minute mark. We gotta cut it off here. We'll get to the golden trinity next time. No.
Oh my god.
The golden trinity of all the space in between is a start question, a fart question,
yes,
and an art question.
That's how I love it.
That's the
ideal.
golden episode of all the space in between. A start question, something to start it out. It doesn't. It could be short. It can be an update question. It could be a short story. Boom. A fart question, something shit or piss related. Or
obviously.
And then an art question, something like this, where we actually get to talk about our passions and talk about art and give advice on art.
Yes.
Speak about art.
Yeah.
Start fart art.
Amazing.
That's great.
I love it.
I love
Who
our
came up with that?
podcast.
Who came up with that? You?
I don't.
Pretty clever.
I don't remember.
It's pretty clever and handsome of you as well.
Oh, thank you.
All right. I mean, you're perfectly poised to answer this because they say, you know, that the thing they were kept repeating in their mind was, Mitch did it. Why can't I?
I agree with your dermatologist. Just take the Accutane and fucking go. Get out of there. No, of course your doctor is a fool, and he's too. You know, I guess look. If you do exactly what I did, will you make it in the art world? Maybe. Who knows? So much of it is circumstance and time and how much you're actually willing to work at that thing and how much of a head start you already have. I was pretty far down, but I wasn't like, you know, I'm not one of those people that says if you work hard, no matter what, you can get this thing. That's not true for all people, and it's not, you know, it's not really taking into consideration the people who have it like worse than you. I had it worse than a lot of people because of my mental condition. I couldn't even leave the home, my house, you know. But I made up for it for just working relentlessly on my craft all of the time for years. I worked harder than most artists, almost every single artist I've ever spoken to. I can clock them and just be like, they haven't worked very hard, or they've worked hard, but it's not enough for them to make a career from where they are, you know? So it would be unfair for me to say, no, this person this person will do it from the internet and they'll be great. You might try and you might fail, but it's very important that you try.
Yeah.
That's essential.
Yes.
And if you try, you can do it. Of course you can do it. Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
And you're no different. You absolutely can do this. What do you tell somebody like that, an older person, when you're just riddled with anxiety and you're just sitting there and you're listening as they badmouth this thing? They're just like, you need to just do this instead, and you must feel bad because I'm saying this in front of your father, who might also agree with this guy. What do you say to people like that?
Well, the thing is, like, I kind of almost expect this kind of attitude from people of a certain age and certain background, especially like someone like a dentist. Like, you know, they
did you say
for their
a dentist?
Yes. Oh, a dermatologist.
A dermatologist. Yeah. What the fuck are you?
I don't know. It's
Yes,
having
I
someone
did.
strapped into the head thing. You know, same shit. A dermatologist.
Yeah.
I don't go to neither, and I need both. So they confuse me.
Sorry, all of our dentists here are also dermatologists.
That's the NHS for you. Anyway, no, someone like a dermatologist, you know, someone who's in some kind of field of medicine or whatever, you know, they obviously had to go the academic route, had to get certifications, had to get qualifications, in order to do their practice, you know?
Yeah.
And also they probably came up in a time where, you know, if you wanted to learn the guitar, you have to go to a guitar teacher, you know? If you want to learn, you know, fucking any other instrument, fucking violin, fucking saxophone, you know, you go to someone who teaches that thing. But the thing is that, like, I know a lot of people who teach guitar, who teach cello, who teach saxophone. My dad's one of them. He taught saxophone for a long time. He's not actually qualified.
Right.
None of the people I know are actually qualified. They just put up a little fucking card in the shop and they're like, I'm really good at this instrument. I can teach your child.
Right.
You know? And the people on the internet who are teaching people are that same thing.
Of course.
You know? They're people who are good and are, like, sharing their expertise with you. It doesn't, you know, whether they're doing it through a video or whatever, it's like you can still, you know, saying you can't learn from a video is like saying you can't learn from a book.
Right.
You know, like, it's a resource. I think it's just a generational thing. So I wouldn't worry too much about, like, trying to convince them. Because they're probably not gonna get it. If they don't know any people who've done that before, they're probably just not gonna get it,
Right.
I say. And I just be like, all right, thanks for the medication. Bye. You know, you're not
Yeah.
trying to turn them into a fan. But I do think it's important for you to be confident in yourself, in that you can do it like that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's less
You don't
important.
want to let their opinion get you down, kind of thing.
It's less important for them to be convinced of that than it is for you to be convinced of that. If you already know that, you're the one pursuing this thing. Who cares, right? Also,
Yeah.
this is just a stranger doctor. I've been told many times, or I've been, I guess, questioned when I was younger and I was pursuing flat sound and I wanted to do this thing and I didn't really have a big following online, but they knew that I was working on it a lot. Really early on. And I mean, when I was about 16 years old.
Yeah.
I was very vocal even then that I didn't think that I would be making lots of money off of this thing because I didn't see that there was a lot of money in art or a lot of money in songwriting, you know? Most of the artists that I looked up to were indie musicians on very small labels, touring in a small van, and always complaining about not having money. And I was okay with that lifestyle, and I wanted it.
Yeah.
Because it meant that I got to just be an artist. And people, usually older people, would try and help me and say, well, you know what? There could be money in it. Hey, you could write songs for other people. You could write songs for, like, pop artists. You could, because they're so out of touch that they think you could just, hey, why don't you just write the next Justin Bieber song? Then you'll be a millionaire.
Hey, Mitch, why don't you give your song to someone who can sing?
Exactly. That is something that I've been told growing up.
Yeah.
Is that they would like hear my very early recordings, you know, super early flat sound recordings, and would go, yeah, this is, like, really well written. Maybe you should, like, give it to someone else, you know? Someone else could do it. And I was just like, no, it's too personal to me. I wouldn't want another person singing my song.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. But they were, like, politely being like, I don't know if this is for you, dude. And okay, I kept chipping away at it. At the time, I couldn't have made a living off those songs. They were kind of right. Those songs weren't good enough.
Yeah.
You know, but you get better.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, you have to chip away at it. But another thing that I would sort of remind people is that when I actually started to see a future as an artist, I saw that I was making very little bits of money. I saw growth in that. I thought, wow, I've only been exposed to such a small amount of people, but some of them genuinely love it so much. I've gotten such touching emails. I've gotten such touching messages. People have gotten my work tattooed onto them.
Yeah.
There's something here, but I'm making no money. But also, almost nobody's fucking heard this thing. More people need to hear it. I think if more people hear this, they will feel the same way. Because I'm making... Because this would be like a common thing. I know I've spoken about this on the podcast before. I would be told that what's the point of working as hard as I was when I was making less money than a person that was just working at Pizza Hut, right?
Yeah.
Which is nothing against anybody working any job.
No.
You know, but that was their way of putting it to me. You could just work at Pizza Hut and make more money.
Yeah.
And I would respond and say, yeah, but one day, this is my dream, one day I could be making as much as the person working at Pizza Hut. Mm-hmm. And then it'd be like I had a job, like an actual job. But I'd love going to work. Mm-hmm. And then with that growth there's nothing stopping you from making more money than that person. Or making more money than that, or there's this. When you're your own boss, you can make those things happen. Mm-hmm. You started a Patreon like how many? Like a year and a half ago.
About a year and a half ago. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now it's grown, and you're excited at the money that you're making. You know, and it's super super dope. I was
like, yeah, because I'm not. If you split up the amount of money that I'm actually making profit wise and the amount of hours I put into it, you know, at the beginning of the podcast, where I was like, I'm rich, baby.
Right.
I'm not actually making minimum wage when you would split it up like that. You know,
you feel rich though.
But I'm just so sorry to be making any kind of considerable amount of money on it. You know,
and I'm the most excited over that because it's grown a good amount over the course of however long.
Yeah.
It's on the trajectory to grow more than that. To be making double that. To be making triple that if you wanted, you know, like that is what's so exciting about all this. And I think that's what these people aren't understanding when they're just, oh, you can't just achieve this thing on the internet. You won't just achieve this thing on the internet, bro. Fucking.
But the internet is so vast. There are so many people on it, and there are so many audiences that are into these like niche fucking things, you know?
The internet is everything.
Yeah.
It's
so
all
useful.
Things.
Yeah. It's so useful for finding an audience. I would say like more useful than, you know, just being in your town and learning from a teacher and just, you know.
Especially now.
Yeah. Especially now. Especially right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they probably don't get it. You know, if they're from a slightly different generation, they don't really know people who are doing stuff online so much, you know. They're not so much going to get it.
Actual advice would be, whenever I'm having a conversation with someone like this, I never want to like sit there and just be like, no, you're wrong. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because I don't really care. I'll just tell them like, oh no, I'll start sentences a lot with I think. Right. I think that, you know, blah, 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 based on these things. I would say, oh, I think that it's actually different now. Art is always progressing. Art is always changing. It's always evolving, and you have to adapt to that. I would use examples like way back in the day, vinyl sales today are huge, and they're nowhere near where they used to be when vinyl was the only option to listen to your music.
Yeah,
record sales were everything, and then CD sales after that, oh my god, they were just skyrocketing. And now CDs don't sell for shit. Vinyl is experiencing a boom, but it's a raindrop in the bucket, like compared to what it used to be.
Yeah,
because we've all moved on to streaming, or we all moved on to buying stuff on iTunes, and there were, you know, MP3 and digital downloads, and then we stopped doing that and started streaming, and that was in a short amount of time. We said fuck CDs, and everyone started downloading their stuff, and they're like, no, this is illegal, we have to monetize off of this, so we're selling those downloads on iTunes. No, now we're not doing this anymore, really, and we're just streaming it for a month. It's all changing, and you always have to adapt, but where that change went, you can't deny this, is it went to the internet.
It went online.
It went online. Yeah. It jacked in.
Yeah.
And it's not jacking out anytime soon.
Yeah. I would agree. In fact, I would say it's more jacked in than ever in this year, you know.
So I would probably just explain that art always evolves and you always have to adapt. And currently, you think that the wave is music. The wave is music. The fresh new thing is music. Tap dancing in the thing. Is the internet.
Yeah.
Because and I knew it's not the fresh new thing. It's been a thing since we were for forever,
Yeah.
The internet's not some cutting edge thing anymore, but it's turning into one of the, I mean, like, especially now, it's turning into one of the only viable fucking options.
Yeah. Yeah, when so many others have been taken away. Yeah, people can't do live shows right now. They can't fucking tour. They can't do shit.
They can't do anything
in a
like
lot
that.
Of cases,
And in my experience, I have friends that went and got classically trained or got guitar lessons and then piano lessons, and then they would do open mics, and then they would try and kind of mingle with that scene, and but had no online presence at all. And they're not musicians,
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you want to do. Do you want to play in an orchestra? Probably get a teacher and join an orchestra. Work your way up the orchestra realm. But it depends. If you're into the kind of music that you find online, and most people in that genre are making it online, it's probably a safe bet that you doing it online is also a good choice. Yeah. But a very, very interesting question.
Yeah.
I like being able to talk about it. I think we're nearly out of time.
We're out of time, and I just got so sleepy.
Oh, God, all of a sudden.
Well, this has been All Space in 2 minutes, Mitch.
My name is Billy. If you have your own little kosher dill pickle that you would like us to... kosher dill pickle is what I said, and I won't hear anything else, any rumors that I had started or said otherwise. If you have a pickle you would like us to grab a hold of and crunch into, if you have a start question, an art question, or a fart question, then you can send it to our email address, which is allthespacein between@gmail.com. And I'm telling you, continue to tell your friends about the show. The person that first wrote in with the start question that says, my boyfriend introduced me to the show, and I give a fuck about y'all art before. And I just think you guys are funny and cool. That's awesome. Even if they don't listen to our... to my music or read Billy zines or look at her photography or do anything like that, even if they're not patrons, especially if they're not paying, just tell your friends about the podcast. We do it every single week for no money at all. In fact, we're actually losing money every week because all this shit costs money, but it's also so much fun to talk to someone I love about things that I love, so that's why we continue doing it. But we always love that that exposure and those new people listening. So please tell your friends. Yes. And if this is just a simple place to get them to go, if they don't want to search it anymore, you can tell them to go to our website, which is allthespaceinbetween.com.
Look at that. And then from there, they can find our Spotify. They can find our Apple Music, Apple Podcast. I trip over my own little laces at the end. I go, welcome. Thank you.
It's because you're so sleepy.
I am tired. We talked about doing a 45-minute episode. We're like, let's just cut it short because I don't want to do another hour-long episode. And we're about to hit an hour again. Look
what we've done. How did we get here?
It's hard not to talk for an hour.
It is. I'm always saying that.
It's difficult.
I'm always saying this. I know.
Next episode, let's talk for an hour. Let's shake on it. Shake my hand through the webcam. Right. Okay. Thank you for listening to All Space in Between. There we go. Oh, God.
There we go.
You're slimy is what you are.
How can you tell?
I could see it from there.
I put talc on my hands before we recorded.
New episodes, everybody. Thank you so much for listening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.